Every gardener loves the idea of a raised bed. It looks tidy, feels organized, and promises better drainage and soil control. But for many, after the first season, the truth hits hard. Those perfect boxes dry out fast, lose fertility even faster, and become a bottomless pit for compost and amendments. You keep topping them up, watering endlessly, yet yields start shrinking. The real problem isn't your compost or your watering, it's the design itself. Raised beds isolate soil life from the natural ground ecosystem. The solution isn't to keep building up. It's to grow vertically, but in a way that mimics nature's own nutrient tower. This vertical method not only saves effort, but outperforms raised beds in long-term fertility and water retention. Raised beds fail because they disconnect roots from the living soil network. Healthy soil isn't just dirt. It's a living web of microbes, fungi, and worms that move freely underground. In raised beds, especially those lined with wood or plastic, this connection is broken. The bed acts like a planter, cut off from the deeper fungal threads and moisture reserves below. Once the organic matter in that enclosed soil burns out, it stops cycling nutrients efficiently. That's why many raised beds turn into hard, dry boxes after just 2 or 3 years. What few gardeners realize is that vertical growing fixes this by going deeper, not higher. Instead of stacking soil above ground, you channel it downward into a vertical zone where roots can still tap into native soil life. This approach blends the composting process with root development, allowing plants to feed from decomposing matter as they grow. It's not just efficient, it's regenerative. The vertical soil column brings back everything raised beds block. The core of this method is what some call a soil tower or living column. It's simple. Instead of filling a raised box, you dig a vertical shaft into the ground, about 12 to 18 inches wide, and up to 2 feet deep. Into that hole, you layer materials the same way you'd build a compost pile. At the bottom, coarse organic matter like small sticks or straw for drainage, followed by kitchen scraps, old leaves, and half-finished compost. Then you top it off with your planting soil or, a 50-50 mix of compost and loam. Over time, the buried materials break down slowly, feeding the soil column below your plants. Worms and microbes move through the layers, pulling nutrients upward and moisture downward. Unlike a raised bed, this system never dries from the bottom, and you don't lose nutrients through leaching because the biology keeps them cycling inside the column. So, if you want to apply this practically, just use 1 vertical column per square foot for smaller crops like lettuce or spinach. For heavy feeders like tomatoes or peppers, go ahead and dig 1 column for every 2 plants, making sure that their roots have access to that decomposing nutrient core. You can kind of think of it as a compost trench turned upright. Less digging, and you get faster fertility. One of the biggest failures of raised beds is water loss. Elevated soil tends to dry out quickly from wind and sun exposure. Even when you mulch heavily, gravity still pulls moisture down and out through the open bottom. With the vertical soil column, water moves differently. The decomposing organic matter acts like a sponge, absorbing and storing water that roots can draw from as the upper layers dry out. In a hot season, this can make a major difference. Gardeners using this method often reduce watering by nearly half because the vertical zone captures runoff and returns it slowly. To boost the effect, mix in a handful of biochar or wood ash with each layer, about 1 part biochar to 10 parts compost. The biochar holds water while the ash adds potassium and trace minerals. Unlike raised beds that rely on shallow irrigation, this system encourages roots to dig deep. Deep roots mean stronger plants that can survive both heat waves and heavy rain without stress. Vertical growing recycles organic waste more efficiently than any compost bin. Every few weeks you can drop a small handful of organic scraps or old mulch into each column between crops. Microbes and worms will immediately process it, turning waste into slow-release fertilizer right where roots need it most. This keeps the soil biologically active year-round, even in off-seasons. Instead of hauling compost to the surface, you're feeding the soil directly from within. In biology terms, this maintains aerobic decomposition, the type that builds humus and microbial stability. For a balanced ratio, always aim for roughly 2 parts brown material, like dry leaves or shredded cardboard, to 1 part green, like vegetable scraps or grass clippings, when refilling your columns. This ratio ensures proper breakdown and keeps smells or pests away. This method lasts for years without rebuilding or replacing soil. Here's the most practical reason this vertical trick beats raised beds. It's self-renewing. Every season, the decomposing column continues to enrich the surrounding soil. You don't have to replace the soil or dump new compost on top. If the column settles after months of decomposition, simply top it off with a few inches of new compost or shredded mulch. Raised beds, by contrast, lose organic matter rapidly because oxygen burns through it faster in the elevated environment. You end up in a cycle of rebuilding, refilling, and overfeeding, while microbes starve below. The vertical column reverses that pattern, turning your garden bed into a living digester that sustains itself. It's not about stacking soil higher, it's about building it deeper. The future of regenerative gardening doesn't lie in adding more lumber and soil above ground, it lies in restoring the vertical soil food web below it. By working with gravity instead of against it, you let biology do the heavy lifting, feeding roots from beneath and holding water where it matters most. This is the difference between a garden that needs constant rescue and one that manages its own fertility season after season. Forget the race to build taller beds. Go vertical the natural way, and you'll never look back. If this guide helped you rethink how soil really works and gave you a new approach to building long-term fertility, subscribe to Hydrohaven and share this video with other gardeners. Each week brings a new method that goes beyond trends and gets to the real science of living soil, where every handful grows stronger year after year.